And welcome everyone to round 12 of the Race Spec F1 Esports Pacific Series Tier 1. Looks like it's a wet qualifying right now. It's going to be an interesting race for these guys. Hopefully I'll see if I can find out what the weather is doing for the race, but right now it's going to be a wet quali. We've only got 13 drivers here today, unfortunately. As the drivers come out, they're on again. Second race in a row. We had it at Mons. We had it at Belgium in at Belgium on Sunday in the Elite Series. We had all the drivers out on. It was a wet race, and they were all driving on the dry compounded tyre, so that makes it fun. But yeah, here we go. So it looks like it's going to be a wet/dry session. It's wet on the track, but not wet enough for intermediate tyres, so that'll be interesting. So, as we look at the drivers, there's one driver on wet inters, and that is James. He looks like he thinks it's gonna be wet enough for the wets. So who is the first driver? It looks like it might be GeForce Aaron. It is not GeForce Aaron. It is Gaming Burger. He's the first driver going to set a lap. He has GeForce Crossy and Swaggy right behind him, so they'll want to create a little bit of a gap. As Gaming Burger comes around to start his first flying lap. It looks like, oh, I'm sorry, that was GeForce Todd coming out of the pits. Ooh, a little bit wet out there for the drivers. Car's squirreling around as he goes through the first of the Lesmos. He's in all the track exit. Same with Swaggy behind him. Ooh, just stays. I wonder if he just stays in the limits of the track. To go through Ascari. It's sketchy enough as it is in the dry, let alone in the wet. And we've lost Swaggy. Swaggy's lost it through Ascari. Looks like he's kept the damage. He hasn't got any damage, so that's fortunate for the driver. We've got to wait for all the drivers to come through now before he can continue his lap. Very gentle on the accelerator coming out of Parabolica. And Gaming Burger sets the first lap of 1:27.0. Crossy P2. We've got Cloudsy, the replacement driver for his brother Giannis, currently on pole with a 1:27.045. But Wogboy, wow, very close for the drivers. 1:27.040 is at Kush, 1:26.386. Who we've got coming across the line? The next one is Spilly. And Spilly goes fastest with a 1:26.357. I think we've got James coming across the line next on the inters. Let's see what his lap time can do. What's it going to be? It's not going to match these guys at the top, 1:28. Plebs comes across and does a 1:26.7. So not a bad decker lap there for Plebs. I wonder if this is going to dry out a little bit. See if I can speak to a couple of the guys. Find out what the weather's going to be like for the race. So we've got all the drivers coming into the pits now. Crichton following suit with Berger right behind him. All the drivers are coming into the pits right now. Drivers still yet to set a lap. G-Force Swaggy, G-Force Aaron, G-Force Todd, G-Force Crichton. I'm just trying to find that out right now, Alex. I think I've just got a reply from one of the boys. We'll have a look and see what it is. Drive for the race, west of the quali. The rest of quali is the same as this, so it looks like it's going to be a dry-ish but damp track. Dry tyres but damp track for the rest of quali, but it is going to be a dry race. Thank you, Swaggy, for that. So, 4 drivers still yet to set a time. As Crichton comes out. Damn, Spilly, 7/10 up in the last corner and lost it. Unfortunate there for Spilly. Berger has left the session. I'll see if I can quickly invite him back. And he's not. Oh, there he is there. Gaming Burger. He's having internet issues, or the game's having issues, just like I had in my race. Kind of annoying. So, the first driver we've got on coming out around to start the lap. Actually, we have Aaron. G-Force Todd and Aaron. Looks like they're about to start there. Is Aaron already on? I think Aaron's on a lap. He's fastest through the first sector. Gets it pulled up just in time. Doesn't extend the track, doesn't cut those corners. Nicely done there from the Red Bull driver. As he comes through the first Lesmo. Little bit of understeer there, or quite a bit of understeer. Through the second Lesmo, let's see if it's any better. A little bit smoother on the exit there as he gets it, opens up the accelerator and flies down the back straight towards the Scurry. So here he comes into a Scurry. Let's see, fastest second sector as well. I'm not sure if that's a glitch or not. Berger has joined through a Scurry, nice and smooth through there, uses all the track. He's got the last corner Parabolica to do. Let's see if he can make a dent on Spilly's current pole position lap. Very gentle on the accelerator coming out of Parabolica as he pins his ears back, crosses the line for only P3 126.489. Is that Cush is on a lap? I'm pretty sure Crichton's the first one. I don't think James is on a lap. James is on an out lap, so this is the man to watch. He hasn't finished off the podium all year. He's won 6 consecutive races in a row. He has a ridiculous lead at the top of the standings. It's probably not a bad idea for the Inters, but Zach, here he comes to start his flying lap. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Zach pulls it up for the first and second turn. Comes out a little bit. Oh, is that Cush? Sets a 126.0. Sorry, I didn't even see it. I thought he was... Well, that's why Zach invalidated his lap time. And we're right on board with G-Force Crichton as he comes up to De La Roggia chicane. Nice and smooth there. Uses all the track exit. Into the first Lesmo. A little bit of understeer. Keeps it pinned though. limiting wheel spin. Nice. Hits the apex through the second Lesmo. Opens the DRS, so it's still dry enough for the DRS to be activated. Let's see what the Mercedes driver can do down into Ascari. Oh, it looks like he might... Oh, he didn't invalidate there. That was very close. Nice and smooth. Oh, but he's invalidated there. Unfortunate there for the Mercedes driver. That's going to hurt him. He's going to need to figure that out quickly. We got Wingman Swaggy and Todd on the Inters. They're all invalidated at the moment. Wingman is still good. He's on a lap right now, so we might ride on board with him. We'll actually see if there's... Ah, Belgium. Sorry, guys. I'll change that. I forgot to switch. Yeah, I'll fix that after the race. Sorry, guys. My bad. I had to start it quick. Okay, so Wogboy is in P7. I don't think that's his best. I think that's... Yeah, he's fitted. He's got that fitted right now. So I think Aaron just started a lap. No, that would have been Gaming Burger just started a lap. So we've got Wingman comes across the line. Is he going to set 27.7? So he improves on his time, but not enough to help him really. Okay, so who have we got? We've got a racing point coming around. That would be GeForce Todd on the Inters. Let's see if he can... And GeForce Todd is a 127.6, so not quite fast enough to get him up there. It's going to be tough for these drivers now with the track. It doesn't look like it's drying out at all. Gaming Burger comes across the line, but he's already invalidated. We've got Cloudsy coming through Parabolica. Oh, big driftage there. As he opens up DRS. Yeah, that should be better. I think I changed the name of the stream there for you boys. That's the Italian Grand Prix, not the Belgium. That was last week. So all the drivers are coming into the pits. I don't think the track's improving. I think the track is getting worse. So the drivers are starting to struggle a little bit. Wingman has retired from the session. I think we might start seeing the drivers retire, as I don't think this is going to improve. Crichton, though, and Swaggy need to put in a lap time. As Swaggy comes out, I'm sure we'll see. Oh, Crichton's already out on that lap. Gaming Burger has left the session. So we'll see if I can quickly invite him back to the session. Poor bugger's having some really bad internet issues. Well, I don't think it's actually internet issues. I think it's just a game, because I got disconnected twice myself in the last one. So as GeForce Crichton starts his flying lap on the softs, he needs to try and find something here. If he doesn't make it into the top 10, that medium to soft strat's going to look really strong for the Mercedes driver. Be interesting to see how he goes with that, if that's what he has to do. As he comes in to De La Rosier chicane. There, can't even speak right now. So apparently the track's still there. You can still improve on it. I want to see what... So 27.5, 29.1. Well, that looks like it might be good. Crichton looks like he could be on track here for a pole position lap if he can keep it from going. Oh, and he's done it again. The Mercedes driver has made another mistake. You don't see that very often from the Mercedes driver. Let's hope he's filled up enough for another lap. As Swaggy comes across the line to start, he's probably got one more chance to do a lap. There's a car ahead of him. Let's hope it pulls up. That is James. Big lock up there from the front left into the first chicane. Very squirrely on the exit. Going through Curva Grande. You can tell the track's not improving. It's definitely getting a little bit wetter. I think Crichton is on another lap. He sure is. So all the other drivers have decided to... Okay, a few of the drivers are still coming out to do one more lap. I thought they might have been electing to stay in. Swaggy and Crichton, they're both still on valid laps. I want to hope James doesn't ruin Crichton's lap time here. Going to keep a lookout here because it looks like it's going to be pretty close. James is going to have to get out of the way here. He does just. Crichton just makes it through. Rossi pulls out of the way for Swaggy as he comes through Parabolica. This is his one chance to set a good lap. It's going to be on the inters. He wants to start on fresh tyres for the race. Back end slides out of the exit of Parabolica as he comes across the line and does 1:27.1. So he's not going to have that. But G-Force Crichton, 1:25.7. Swaggy definitely made the wrong decision by choosing the inters. He should have chosen the soft tyres, that's for sure. Plevs coming around, I think, to finish his lap. What's he going to do? He's going to do a 1:26.3. Rossi, that will be G-Force Todd, coming across the line, does not improve. Is that Kush, just starting his lap. We've got a Ferrari. Cloudsy, what can he do? That's the start of his lap. Gavenberg just starting. I think this is Spilly about to cross the line. Let's see what he can do for his time. 1:25.9, goes P2. It's a nice little improvement there. I think Gaming Burger no, that was G-Force Aaron has just started. So the drivers have all made it through for one last lap. We're right on board with Wogboy as he's the next one as he goes through Ascari. Fastest second sector, as it says. Let's see if he can keep it. He does keep it within the track limits. As he comes down to Parabolica. He'll be wanting to improve on that 8th position right now. He's running low on fuel. Oh, and Wogboy's gone. Wogboy's gone. As Swaggy moved up to P7. Crossy up to P4. Swaggy the 1:26.8 on those inters. G-Force Crossy 1:26.1. James H moves up to 7th with a 1:26.6. Who we got? We got G-Force Todd is the next one. G-Force Todd want to get off the bottom. Oh, he's done the same thing as... and he's invalidated his lap time. And he did go a little bit quicker too. That's got to be frustrating from the driver. Izakush did not improve. Cloudsy, what can he do? Can he change it? P9 for Cloudsy. Gamingberger goes up to P3 with a 1:25.810. Great lap there from Gamingberger. Spilly, P1. Aaron, P2. And Crichton's run out of fuel. So Spilly and Aaron are on the front row of the grid. One lap there from Spilly and Aaron to pip Crichton for pole. So Spilly in the Williams will be starting P1. G-Force Aaron will be starting P2 in the Red Bull. Crichton will be starting P3 in the Merc. Isaac Kush will be starting P4 in the AlphaTauri. P5 will be the other Red Bull of Gamingberger. P6 will be G-Force Crossy in the Racing Point. P7 will be Plebs in the Merc. P8 will be James in the Haas. P9 will be G-Force Swaggy on the Inters in the McLaren. P10 will be Cloudsy. And G-Force Wogboy, G-Force Todd and Wingman will get free choice of tyre at the start of this race. So that'll be interesting to see I hope those guys go the medium to soft strategy because I'm pretty sure that'll be a good strat. But yeah, what a great little qualifying there. The top five, separated by 13 hundredths of a second. That's insane. Nice and tight there for the top four. So the good thing about that, Swaggy will be starting on fresh softs, where all these guys ahead of him will be starting on used softs. So that might make it interesting. Swaggy's not going to start on inters. No, it's going to be a dry race. He's going to be starting on... yeah, imagine if Cody's did screw that up. So nice and dry for the race right now. As the drivers set their race strategy, no doubt we'll be trying to get a little bit extra, trying to find something that they can do to pip the other drivers, whether it's running lower fuel, or it's going for the undercut. The undercuts, I think it's quite powerful on this, but I think the drivers to be watching out for will be Swaggy on fresh softs, Wogboy on probably the medium tyres. But right now, while the drivers get ready to go on their formation lap, we'll go through the driver standings. P1 is GeForce Crichton with a ridiculous lead on 248 points, 137 points ahead of GeForce Giannis in the Ferrari, who's on 111. P3 is GeForce Ford, who has stepped down for a little while he focuses on schoolwork, on 97. P4 is GeForce Aaron on 96. P5 GeForce Swaggy on 87. P6 GeForce Crossy on 80. P7 Spilly on 72. P8 GeForce Wogboy on 67. Tied for 9th is GeForce TP and Pure Gold on 44. Plebs is close behind on 42. GeForce Tide is on 38 points in P11. James H in P12 on 30. Gaming Burger P13 on 21. Wingman P15 on 20. And Isaac Kush rounds out the last point scorer on 17 points in 15th position. So, Spilly, great lap there from him today. Got a supporter in here for Wingman. Everyone drop down, you think who's going to finish, what positions you think the top three is going to be. Put your predictions in the chat. Let's see how you go for the race. It's going to be a fast race. It's going to go so quickly. So, Spilly comes around quite a gap from the rest of the drivers. As the drivers line up to get this race underway. Don't forget, chuck your predictions in the chat. I think the men to watch will be GeForce Crichton from P3. Gaming Burger in P5, who's shown some really good pace. GeForce Swaggy in P9. Will be starting on the fresh tyres. He might even get choice. He might even be starting on the mediums. He is. Oh, this could be spicy, boys. Wogboy starting on the hards. Interesting. He wants to... Oh, I don't know about that strategy, Wogboy. But... All right, here we go. 5 red lights. And away they go for the Italian Grand Prix. GeForce Aaron looks like he got a really good start. He's taken the lead over Spilly down into turn 1 as it's just a drag fest all the way down. Aaron, big lock up into turn 1. Looks like everyone's kept it clean. James H going down the inside. Everyone's still on the track. Wogboy's in last position. He hasn't had a good start. Starting on those harder compound tyres. I'm not sure if that was the right move for him. He should have been starting on those. Gamingburger has lost it. And Crossy. We've had an incident between Crossy and Gamingburger by the looks of it. That's not great for the Racing Point and Red Bull driver. They were looking strong today, especially Gamingburger, who I know was showing really good pace in practice. But Aaron, right now, Crichton's dropped a position as well. Isaac Kush is up one. Aaron looking strong right now, out in front, going through Ascari. Wogboy. G-Force Todd going very wide through Ascari. Wogboy's got a run on him here. Going to try and go down the inside of Parabolica, but Todd's definitely got the G-Force. Aaron sets the fastest lap, as you'd expect. Crichton up, and he goes the leaderboards. Just lap 3 already? What? That can't be right. Todd speeding in the pit lane. What is happening right now? Oh, he's got a broken front wing. He's gone straight to the hards. He can go to the hards to the end. How is that lap 3 already? I swear it was only lap 2. I might be wigging out, but... So, once this fixes up, I'm just going to quickly look at the replay to make sure I'm not tripping. It did. It went from lap 1 to lap 3 on my screen. Okay, I'm not wigging out. That's a definite glitch. Okay. I'm glad. I thought I was having a mild stroke there for a second. I'm kind of glad I'm not. Right, so Aaron holds first position right now with Spilly right behind him. Isaac, well, not right behind him, he's dropped down a little bit. Isaac Kush P4, Crichton P5. I don't think he's got any damage, but he's not showing great pace at the moment. Plebs up 2 positions, sitting right behind his teammate G-Force Crichton in P5. James H also up 2 positions. As you can see, the pit stop strategy there. Soft to medium's definitely the go you want. It's definitely the strategy you want. Soft to hard you can make work, as Todd and Gamingburger will be trying to do, I'm guessing, as they've pitted lap 1. Oh, the Gamingburger's gone to the mediums. Interesting. He's not going to be able. He's going to go the 2-stop, I guess. He's not going to be able to make those hards, those mediums, make it to the end. That's for sure. The big winners off the start is Wingman, up 5 positions to P8, so he's looking strong on the medium compound tyre. Let's have a look at the tyres everyone's on. So Swaggy and Wingman, P7 and P8 on the medium compound. Cloudsy, P9 on the soft. Wogboy up to P10 on the hard compound tyre. G-Force, Todd and Gamingburger have both pitted. Todd's elected for the hards to go to the end. Gamingburger's going to have to pit again with those mediums. I don't think the mediums are going to last that distance. Got a few supporters in the chat for Wingman today. But Aaron looking strong. He's broken the DRS of Spilly. Now we can start to extend that gap. It's been a while since I think we've seen Aaron on the top step of the podium, at least finishing on track first. He always seems to get through and get a podium. Maybe I think he might have even got a win a few weeks ago. I'm not sure, from penalties, but to actually win a race on track, it's been a while for him. So let's see if he can hold, serve and keep going. Did Wingman pay me off? Wingman definitely did not pay me off. As Crossy makes a move past G-Force Wogboy. It looks like he's avoided any damage with that first lap incident with Gamingburger, so that works out well for the Racing Point driver. Aaron goes through De La Roggia chicane into the first Lesmo. Nice and smooth, showing, looking really strong today is the Red Bull driver. A little bit of understeer into the second Lesmo, but doesn't really affect him too much. He's lost a little bit of time to Spilly. Spilly's almost back within that DRS range. Oh, Spilly, big moment through. Oh, Wingman, 3-second time penalty. That's unfortunate there for the Williams driver. But Spilly, big moment through Ascari. He's got Isaac Kush right on his gearbox through Parabolica with Zach Crichton, G-Force Crichton, followed closely behind. I think Spilly might be at threat here to lose. He might lose 2 positions in this. I think Crichton's just going to stay behind. He's used all of his overtake though. Interesting. Let's see Aaron, he's still got 21%. Isaac Kush, 79% overtake. Okay, he's got a lot of ERS. We'll see if he can close that gap on G-Force Aaron. James H has got past Plebs. So the Haas driver showing some good speed today. Looking to add on to his great race at Hungary a couple of weeks back. Had an amazing strategy. Ooh, Crichton looks like he went a little wide through the first Lesmo. Yeah, as James was saying before, James had an amazing strategy at Hungary. Started last, finished second. It was a brilliant drive from him. He's looking to add on to that. So Isaac Kush, 3-second time penalty. Unfortunately, these drivers are already picking up penalties so early into the race. The 2 drivers, Wingman and Swaggy, on the medium compounded tyre. Looking pretty good right now. They're not too far away. Got a yellow in sector 3. That's Spilly, I think. Oh no, that's Crichton. What's happened to Crichton? Crichton's had an incident with Spilly, and it looks like he's got, I think he's coming in for an early pit stop. Trying to limit the damage right now. Is he going onto the hards? Interesting. So let's see if he can make that work. But that win streak and that podium streak looks to be in jeopardy right now for G-Force Crichton. As I said, this is the 12th race. He's had 11 consecutive podiums and 6 consecutive wins. So looks like we're going to have a different winner on the top step of the podium for the first time in 6 weeks. Yeah, Swaggy and Wingman looking good. Swaggy's dropped a little bit back from Plebs. Gaming Burger with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Wingman does have a penalty though. But Aaron's looking very strong out front right now, just extending that gap over Isaac Kush in the AlphaTauri. Spilly in P3, Crossy with a 3-second time penalty for the Racing Point driver. He won't be happy with that. As Aaron goes a little wide out of Parabolica. I hope he didn't get a warning from that. He's usually a bit of a bot. It's not very often Aaron gets a warning. But he's running on very little ERS right now. Spilly P3, G-Force Todd has been overtaken by Gaming Burger. Yeah, he definitely needs a safety car right now. A safety car to put on the mediums to go to the end, and I think he'll be able to make his way through the field quite easily. He's that quick. Cloudsy 3-second time penalty in the Ferrari. We've got James. Oh no, Swaggy's had a moment. What's happened to Swaggy? I think he got a little bit... Oh, that's unfortunate there for Swaggy. He was looking so good. I think he had a moment coming out of the second Lesmo. Probably got on the power a little too early and the back end stepped out on him. But he's lost 4 positions from that. He felt... Actually, no, he lost... Yeah, he was in 5th. He's dropped down to 9th. So that's not great for the McLaren driver. Now he's added to this train of Cloudsy, Crossy and James H with Wingman just ahead as Cloudsy dives into the pits for an early pit stop trying to get the undercut. He will be going to the mediums, no doubt. And it looks like, yep, he sure is. So Aaron looking strong right now. I think he'll be coming into pit in the next lap. Nice and smooth through the De La Roggia chicane into the first Lesmo. smooth on the exit of the second Lesmo. Oh, a little bit of a slide there from Isaac Kush in the background. But Isaac Kush has closed that gap by 5/10. It was 2 seconds a couple of laps ago. It's now down to 5/10. Swaggy. He's going to be frustrated with himself making that mistake. He was looking really good up in P5. He's lost a lot of time. Oh, and he's lost it through Ascari. Oh no, the McLaren driver is just not having a good day. As he reverses back on track, no cars coming, so that's good, but oh, he might be, his tyres are probably going to be cooked right now. He might be going in as G-Force Aaron dives into the pits, and who follows him in? That is Crossy follows him into the pits. So Aaron and Crossy have elected to pit early. Isaac Kush, Spilly and Plebs all elect to stay out. So Swaggy's race has gone from bad to worse. Yep, just blame Alex on that one, Swaggy. He jinxed you in the chat. So Todd has retired from the session. Oh, Todd has retired in the pits. Oh, it's unfortunate there for the Racing Point driver. Damn, I was hoping there might have been an accident. Would have brought in a safety car, would have brought Zach back into the race. But Crichton is sitting well outside. Well, not well outside, but he's sitting well down the field in 11th position right now. Currently 32 seconds behind the leader. Sorry about that. Just went robot. Microphone does that a little bit sometimes. But Crichton is sitting quite far down. He is only 10 seconds behind Aaron, who has pitted. So Plebs and Spilly into the pit lane. Let's see if... Nope, Plebs cannot jump Spilly. Is that course still staying out? His tyres must be really good from Wingman. Up to P2 though. Wingman looking strong. He's going to be rapid at the end of the race, but he's also going to have a time penalty. It's a $500 headset and it still does that, Alex. It's so stupid. But what are you going to do? Alright, so let's go back to interval. Isaac Kush currently leading the race with Wingman right behind him. James H in P3 looking strong. Wogboy on the hard compounded tyre. Isaac Kush gets his second penalty. Pretty sure that's his second penalty. We'll have a quick look right now. It is. It's his second penalty. Wingman's already got 2 penalties as well. James has only got a warning. I think it might have been 2 warnings. Wogboy hasn't got any. Aaron has got 2 warnings. Swaggy doesn't have any. Plebs doesn't have any. As Isaac Kush comes into the pits. I think he got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, if I'm not mistaken. No. Let's have a quick look. No, he didn't. Oh, Swaggy just got a 3-second penalty. So, let's see where Aaron comes out compared to Isaac Kush. Quite well ahead of him there. What about Spilly? Does Spilly get Isaac Kush? He doesn't quite get him. Poor Swaggy's still yet to pit, and these guys ahead of him have already pitted, so he's not having a good race there for the McLaren driver. James H has come into pit. We've got a little bit of side-by-side action going through the first chicane. As Wingman currently leads the race on 10-lap old mediums. He'll be pushing to about lap 18, 19, and putting on the softs. James H, 3-second time penalty there as he goes through the first Lesmo. Excuse me. So G-Force Aaron though, 2.5-second gap over Isaac Kush, looking really strong today. He's only got 2 warnings next to his name, where the other drivers behind him all have penalties. I think we'll just have a quick look at Spilly. I think Spilly has a penalty as well. No, Spilly doesn't even have a warning. So it's a two-horse race right now between Spilly and Aaron. And Plebs isn't far behind either. Plebs is looking really good. He's pitted. He hasn't got a warning either. So it's basically between those three. G-Force Aaron in the Red Bull, Spilly in the Williams, and Plebs in the Mercedes. Yeah, if it's a late safety car, it'll definitely pay off for Wogboy. It's not a bad strategy, to be honest. It's actually a pretty good idea. But if that late safety car doesn't come, I've got pit window stuck on my screen. That's fun. Oh, that's fun. So that's going to be stuck there for the rest of the race. All right, cool. So Plebs closing in on G4 Swaggy right now as they approach Ascari. Nice and smooth through Ascari there for the Mercedes driver. He's now within almost a second of Swaggy. Let's have a look at the leader between the three drivers that are in this race. Aaron has almost a 3-second lead over Spilly. Plebs is a further 2.5 seconds behind him. So Aaron's got a really good gap right now. It's his race to lose at this stage, I'd say. Unless a late safety car comes in and then what brings Wogboy and Wingman into the race. No, it's apparently dry for the race, from what I've been told from Swaggy. Excuse me while I get a drink quickly. We'll ride on board with Aaron. We'll ride with Aaron and see how he goes. Comes down to Ascari, nice and smooth, carrying good pace through Ascari. Is the Red Bull driver. With Isaac Kush and Spilly follow closely behind. Isaac Kush does have 6 seconds worth of time penalties. Spilly will be looking to try and get past him as quickly as possible. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that's a bit dry. So Spilly sets a fastest lap with a 1:21.570. Let's have a look at the fastest lap of the drivers. So the only other drivers lapping in the 121s are Aaron, Isaac Kush, Spilly, who just set the fastest lap, G4 Swaggy, and Crossy. Oh, and James H. and Gameburger. They're just in the 21s. So Wingman, Wogboy, Plebs, Cloudsy, and Crichton are all sitting in the 22s. So Crichton not making the moves he needs to make to get up to the top. He's going to be frustrated with that because we know he's got the pace. I'd like to see what happened. Oh, excuse me. I'd like to see what happened with that incident with Spilly. I think it was with Spilly. Great view there from the... Oh, what a view there as the drivers come out of Ascari down the back straight into the Parabolica. Cloudsy, another 3-second time penalty for the Ferrari driver, who is, mentioned before, Cloudsy is the younger brother, I think he's the younger brother of G-Force Giannis, so he's got some really good pace. He races in the F2 series. He just hasn't had a great race today though, but he's definitely got a lot of pace when it comes to these cars. Aaron, just on cruise control right now. I think the gap between these guys behind him though, oh, Wingman, another 3-second time penalty, that's 9 seconds total for the Williams driver. Gamingburger has left the session. We'll quickly send him another invite. Sorry about this, guys, but last thing we want is the drivers not to miss out because it's the bloody game. Alright, invite has been sent. Plebs 3-second time penalty. So Plebs didn't even have a warning. And now all of a sudden he's got a penalty. Let's have a look at this. Oh no, he did have a warning. Sorry, my apologies. So he's got a penalty on this lap. So Aaron and Spilly are the only ones. Let's just quickly go through the drivers right now and see who's got the warnings. So Wingman's got 3, Wogboy's got none, Aaron's got none, but they're on their last warning. Isaac Kush has 2, Spilly has his first warning, Plevs has his first penalty, Swaggy's got quite a bit, I think. He's validated a few laps. Crossy's got a penalty. Cloudsy's got a few penalties. Crichton yet to get a penalty. So Crichton could still somehow, there's a safety car, he could still steal a podium. James has got a penalty. Berger's got maybe a penalty. Todd has retired from the race. So the only drivers that haven't got a penalty are Aaron and Spilly, I think that's what we just said. My memory's horrible. It's Aaron, Spilly and Crichton. Swaggy, 3-second time penalty. So that adds insult. That adds just more pain to him. The McLaren driver is struggling today out there. Was looking really good at the beginning of the race. Starting on the medium compound tyre. Would have just got another warning there if I'm not mistaken. So a late safety car would spice this race up a great deal. I actually wouldn't mind seeing it. There was a late safety car in my race and it did spice things up a little bit, but there was all has Wingman dives into the pits a little early. 11 laps on the softs. It's going to be a bit of a stretch, I think. He's definitely putting on the soft compounded tyre. Let's see where he will come out of the pits. I think it's going to be close between him and Cloudsy. No, he gets Cloudsy, gets him straight away. It's going to be close between Wingman. Sorry. Crichton tries to go down the outside. Wingman, another 3-second time penalty. Crichton pushed him a little wide there. The Wingman's going to have the pace. Crichton's knocked. You wouldn't think Crichton would be able to keep up with Wingman on those soft compounded tyres. It's going to be at least a 1.5 seconds quicker a lap for Wingman. But Crichton is not from this world, so he might be able to do something with those hard compounds. As Gamingburger comes into the pits to start his last lap. He's to his last pit stop. God, I'm struggling today. We've got a yellow flag. That's Swaggy. He's had a shocker of a race today. Oh, Swaggy retired from the session. What happened? He's hit the wall. Is this going to be that's a virtual safety car? Severe collision with, James. Severe collision with, wow. Interesting. So James must have come across and clipped Swaggy's front right tyre, which in turn ended Swaggy's race. And Wogboy's come into the pits. This could work out well for Wogboy here. Virtual safety car. He's only going to lose half speed. He's going to be on the soft compound tyre. Let's see how far he is. He's going to be away from the leaders. 11 seconds. That's still a big ask. That's still a big ask there for the Alfa Romeo driver. Got to slow down, get that delta back under. But Isaac Kush is within a second of Aaron as the VSC ends. Let's have a look at everyone's made a stop. Swaggy has retired from the session, unfortunately, for the McLaren driver. So Cloudsy, Wogboy and Wingman have all been the big movers today. So that worked out well for Wogboy as he jumped Wingman in that virtual safety car pit stop. But Crichton still down in P9. Hasn't got the pace on those hard tyres. Isaac Kush right on the rear of Aaron. down the straight into the first chicane. Is he going to make a move? It looks like he's going to try as he gets down the inside of the Red Bull driver. Let's see if they can keep it clean, and they do. Isaac Kush gets that move done easily. But Spilly now is right behind Aaron as they go through Curva Grande. Aaron's going to look to try and make another move to get past. Spilly's probably just going to sit behind these guys and save up his ERS as he is in this race. So Plevs wants these three to battle up front so he can close that gap to these guys, bring himself into the race, although he does have a penalty. The only two that don't have a penalty in this so far are Aaron and Plevs. I just want to have one more quick check of the drivers. Isaac Kush definitely has a penalty. Aaron doesn't. Spilly doesn't. He's on his last warning, as is Aaron. Plebs has got one penalty. Wogboy doesn't have any penalties. Lots of penalties for Wingman. He's had a good race, but it's been unfortunate for him. No penalties. So the only people that don't have penalties right now are GeForce Aaron, Spilly, Wogboy and Crichton. So Crichton needs to get past Wogboy. So Spilly's trying right now. Aaron goes to defend the inside. Wogboy's showing some good speed right now. He's closing in on GeForce Crossy, but you wouldn't think. Crichton has decided to pit, so he's conceded the fact that he's not going to get there. He needs a safety car right now, big time. He's come on the soft tyres. Yeah, I think that's the streak over for GeForce Crichton. It's been a good run. He's had an 11 race podium streak, which is a record, and a 6 race win streak, which is also another record. So he set 2 new records in Race Spec, if I'm not mistaken. So it's been a great run of form there for GeForce Crichton, but unfortunately it's going to end today unless we see a safety car, and even then I don't think it's going to be a big effort to try and get up into the top 3. But Isaac Kush extending that gap over GeForce Aaron. But Isaac Kush does have, I think, 6 or 9 seconds worth of penalties, so he's going to need to extend it quite a bit more. The real race is between a P2 and P3 on track. That is at GeForce Aaron and Spilly in the Williams. Plebs is just a little bit off the back, 3.3 seconds off the back. He needs these guys to start battling so he can close up. We have GeForce Crossy and Wogboy is looking rapid right now. Wogboy is showing some great speed. Up into P5, makes easy work of GeForce Crossy in the racing point as he goes through the first chicane, nice and smooth in third gear of all gears. That was nice through there. He's showing really good pace through Curva Grande. He's only 1.8 seconds behind Plebs. I think he'll be able to close that gap quite easily. And then it's a matter of whether he can catch up to... He might even be able to catch up to Spilly. Yellow flag, sector 3. That is GeForce Crichton stopped in the middle of the track. Well, don't try and cause a safety car. Surely not. What are you doing, Zach? Zach, stop it. Stop it, Zach. Okay, good. I think he's waiting for Berger. I think he wants to have a little race with Berger. I think that's what it is. The boys are just like having a quiet race at the back there by himself. So, Isaac Kush holding the lead right now. Is out of the DRS zone of GeForce Aaron. So, Spilly is closing in. Oh, Wogboy, another fastest lap. Sector 1, another yellow flag. Here we go. Here's the two drivers fighting right now. This is what they wanted. They wanted to have this little battle for the end of the race. For the last point. Although I think Berger's got a few penalties, so it's going to be pretty much Zach's position. So, Isaac Kush has pulled away from Aaron though. Spilly and Aaron are both on their last warning. One more corner cut and they'll get a penalty. Plebs not closing that gap, but Wogboy certainly is closing that gap to Plebs. Wogboy's had a great drive today. Started on the hard compounded tyre. Would have been interesting to see how he would have gone if he had started on the mediums. He's up 6 positions as Wingman's right behind him as well. Wingman's had a great race too. Wingman might be able to jump plebs as well. So Wogboy might be able to steal a podium at this rate because he hasn't got any penalties. I think Wogboy will steal a podium because Isaac Kush is going to get dropped quite a bit from the penalties he has, as Wogboy's going to make this look easy. I think Plebs is going to lose 2 positions down this straight. He certainly is, as Wingman's going to get past him too, I think. Wingman goes down the inside, and yeah, that was just too easy. Oh, Wingman needs to pull it up. He does just pull it up in time. So Plebs loses out on there for 2 positions, but he will be able to... I think he's going to have enough. He's definitely going to be able to beat Wingman because Wingman's got quite a few penalties. But yeah, so... Sorry, excuse me, I just had a notification pop up on my phone. I wasn't sure what it was. As Isaac Kush, 1.3 seconds ahead of Spilly right now. Spilly has got past... Wow, Spilly got past Aaron. Jeez, I didn't even see that. I was too busy looking at the battle between Wogboy and Plebs. My apologies. So Spilly has got past Aaron. And Aaron, it looks like he doesn't have the pace anymore. It's a little bit wide there. That's going to be a warning. No, it's not. He got very lucky there, but now he's out of the DRS zone. So this is Spilly's race right now. Aaron's lost it. Aaron's lost the speed. So Wogboy, 2 seconds behind Aaron with 5 laps to go, or 4 laps to go once they cross the finish line. So Wogboy could even steal 2nd place here. Wingman though, followed closely behind. Oh, Wingman's going for a big dive down the inside into the first chicane. Great move there from the Williams driver, gets it done easily. As G-Force Cross, he's also sitting just off the back of this pack. 14 lap old hards. Clouds, he's come into pit. He looks like he's going to try and set a fastest lap as G-Force Crichton just did. G-Force Crichton has pulled away from Gaming Burger as he's got to get out of the way for the slower drivers. So G-Force Aaron is back within DRS range, but he's got very little overtake, very little ERS to play with. What about Spilly? Spilly's got even less. So this could be a cracker of a finish here between the 2 drivers. Wingman, a little bit of a moment there through. Wingman will get ERS off Gaming Burger down this front straight as well, so that's going to help him in closing the gap to G-Force Aaron in the Red Bull ahead. Let's see if that's the case. I'm pretty sure he will get DRS. Oh, maybe not. Yes, he does get it. Okay, he does get it. So he opens up DRS as he tries to close down that gap to G-Force Aaron. G-Force Aaron is only 5/10 behind Spilly with 3 laps to go. As they go through Curva Grande, Spilly pulls away a little bit from Aaron. I think as he's trying to save his... we've got a yellow flag. I think that's... I don't know what that was. I think that was Aaron. G-Force Crichton. Sorry, G-Force Crichton must have had a spin. Or he's gone into pit again. He has gone into pit again. So, G-Force Aaron and Spilly both yet to get a penalty. Same with Wogboy. Oh, wow. Oh, there goes Wingman for another penalty. Wogboy, though. Wogboy's the man to look out for here. Wogboy could steal this race off both drivers. He has closed up. Wingman has towed him along. This could be an absolute masterclass here from the Alfa Romeo driver. Wingman also goes up, almost goes up the rear of G-Force Aaron. That would have been bad. But Wogboy showing his skills right now as he gets in the DRS of and the slipstream of Wingman, trying to get him closer. Aaron looks like he's going to make a move. Spilly defends on the inside. Aaron has the outside line. Can the drivers get it slowed down? They do. Spilly going for a switchback, but Aaron gets the move done. That's going to bring Wogboy and Wingman closer. I wonder if Wingman's going to let Wogboy get past here to slingshot to see if he can actually... He's only got a lap and just over a lap and a half to go. Oh, Wingman's slowing Wogboy down here. Let him past. Don't let a great race. Come on, Wingman, get out of the way. Let Wogboy go. He's got the speed. You've got penalties. Oh, Wingman's gone through the second Lesmo. But here we go. This is where the race is. Oh, Wingman's retired from the session. It must have killed his car. But we'll jump back up to Wogboy because this is where the race is. Can Wogboy close down? He's going to be able to get Spilly down this front straight, I think. Oh, Wogboy, big moment out of Ascari. Just holds on to it. Wow. We've got Plebs right behind. But Wogboy, he's got very little ERS. As does Spilly and G-Force Aaron. But he's got a second to... He's got to get a second back to catch up to Aaron. It's going to be tough. I don't think he's going to be able to do it, unfortunately. Oh, Aaron's had a bad run out of the first chicane. Come on, Wogboy. Show your speed, mate. Pretty sure these three drivers haven't got a penalty either. So it's whoever wins on track will win the race. As Isaac Kush has 6 seconds worth of penalties, so he's a non-factor right now. As Wogboy should be able to get this move done, although Spilly's going to have the DRS of Aaron. It's going to be very close. It's going to be hard for Wogboy to make this move down this back straight. I think he's going to have to try and make a dive bomb down into Parabolica. Although I think Spilly will go defensive. Although Spilly might even try. There might be 3 wide into Parabolica at this stage. But Wogboy's nice and close. He's using all his overtake. Let's see what the Alfa Romeo driver can do. He's on the soft compound tyres compared to the other two. Wogboy's not going to try and make a dive. I think this is going to be the final finishing positions as Isaac Kush comes across the line and wins the race on track. But penalties will decide this. And it'll be G-Force Aaron who takes a win. What a drive there from G-Force Aaron. P2 is Spilly. P3 G-Force Wogboy with an amazing drive. P4 is Isaac Kush. P5 is Plevs. P6 G-Force Crossy. P7 James H. P8 is Cloudsy. Jet Split to finish. P9 is G-Force Crichton, who ends his podium and race win streak after 6 consecutive wins and 11 consecutive podiums. Gaming Burger P10, and Cloudsy comes across the line and finishes P9. What an absolute cracker of a race. Absolute cracker of a race. Driver of the day, G-Force Wogboy, 100%. He drove the wheels off that Alfa Romeo. Just kept it pinned. He was so unlucky. I think Wingman might have hurt him at the end there a bit, held him up a little bit. He definitely had the pace to get past him, those two drivers, but he got held up behind Wingman for about half a lap. So unfortunate there for the Alfa Romeo driver, but nevertheless, great drive from him. As G-Force Aaron celebrates his, I think, if I'm not mistaken, his first win of the season. I might be wrong. I don't really have the standings in front of me. But what a drive there from G-Force Aaron. P1, P2 is Spilly. P3, G-Force Wogboy. I'm just going to quickly invite these guys to the party. And we'll get some after race interviews. So where are we? We have G-Force Aaron, G-Force Wogboy, and Spilly. And of course, Spilly is offline, so I have to scroll all the way down the list to try and find him. Apologies. Let's just type in his name. It's probably going to be quicker. If the PlayStation menu will load. Come on, PlayStation. Okay, where is Spilly, man? All right, Right, the invites have been sent out to the drivers, so they'll be in here very soon. We wait for the drivers to jump into the party, get on the Red Bull, showing off the Honda engine. As none of the drivers are yet to join yet, so I don't know what they're doing. I guess they don't want post-race interviews at this stage. I don't know what's going on. They should be in here. Oh, here we go. Here is the race winner, G-Force Aaron. What a drive, mate. How was that for you?
That was, it was stressful.
I bet it was. So it looked a bit crazy towards the end there.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's just crazy. Just got a good start, and then I tried to get out of DRS at the start. My pace was really good.
No, it did look good. You were avoiding penalties and warnings and everything. You looked really quick at the beginning of the race. It was a nice drive there.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, boy, P3, mate, how was that? You had a great race. I was a bit sceptical on your hard tyre decision at the beginning, but mate, you made it work. You looked so good. If it wasn't for Wingman on that second last lap, you might have actually had a chance to pip these two at the line.
Yeah.
How was it for you?
Never tried the hards yet, so I just felt like trying it out and just seeing, going hard the softs, and it worked out pretty good.
Yeah, no, it definitely did.
But
so
a little bit of traffic.
You had great pace at the end though. God, you made up like 4 or 5 positions at the end, didn't you? After coming out of the pits.
Yeah, yep.
It was ridiculous. You were showing great pace. You and Wingman were carving through the field. Unfortunate that he held you up there on that second last lap and then lost it through the second Lesmo.
Yeah, lucky I didn't hit him.
I know, I was a bit scared of that. I'm like watching, I'm like, oh no, is he going to hit him? I hope he doesn't. But yeah, no, great drive there, Wob boy. You were looking good. I don't know where. Sure
no pens as well.
Yeah, no, well, I think the top 3 of his didn't get pens. Any of his. You're all on your last warning though, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, no, great drive there from both of yous. It was great to commentate on. It got really close towards the end there. I don't know where Spilly is. I think he might be done. He doesn't want to chat or anything, but.
Yeah.
But yeah, so how was your tyre wear on the first stint, Aaron?
I was good. It was very good because of the wet conditions. We were all in our qualifying. We were all like short shifting, so the tyre wear wasn't actually that bad. But yeah, they just kept going. I was like, I probably could pit lap 7, but I decided against. So like, I'll go 1 more, and then Izzet went 2 more, and Spilly went 1 more. I was surprised. I was like, oh, okay, maybe they do last quite a while. So they were very good, I think, for all of us during that race.
Well, what about you, Wob? How was your tyre wear at the end of the race? On the softs?
Softs were good, yeah. I didn't actually check on the last lap, but it still had a lot of tyre wear still in there.
Sweet.
With the hards, they were good, but looked like it was a bit slow.
Yeah, I was a bit sceptical on that. Like, I'm like, oh, he's gone on the hards. I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. But like, I think one of the boys were like saying in the chat that if it had been a late safety car, you would have been right in. When the virtual safety car definitely helps you though.
Yeah, that helped.
Yeah. But it looks like Spilly's not joining. So other than that, great race today, boys. Well done, well deserved first and third.
Cheers, thank you.
Bloody, he's ended G-Force Crichton's podium run. I think him and Spilly.
Bloody oath.
Him and
about time.
Yeah, I know, right? He's had a stranglehold over that top step. 6 races in a row, 11 podiums in a row. I think he had an incident with Spilly. I think he had an incident with Spilly.
I'm going to let him know that I stopped you straight.
Yeah, I think he had an incident with Spilly coming out of Parabolica, and then he came into the pits, and yeah, it was just he put on the hards. He just didn't have the pace after that, and yeah, it was just a long day for him. But yeah, it's nice to see someone else on the top step of the podium. It's nice to see all different people instead of him up there for once, as he's bloody rapid, that boy. But yeah, anyway, boys, thanks for joining me. Great race. What's next week? I think it's Singapore? Singapore, okay. So, yeah, join us next week for round 13 at the Singapore Grand Prix. Probably going to be full of rain, could be anything, but high tyre wear track, so it should be quite interesting race. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining us, and we'll see you next week.